Hello everybody, I hope this message finds you well. We're going to go ahead and set the ambiance for this reading. Now, I'm clearing out a lot of energies, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I am an intuitive reader and I pick up the energies. Sometimes it may not be, and I am not limited to what an established book reading is. I go with the energies, the signs, the symbols, the clairaudient, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing in my reading. Now, what does that mean? That means that this reading may not vibe with you at the end because I could be picking up somebody else's energy. You're more than welcome to request a personal read and I will schedule you in. My information is in the description box. If this read is only halfway vibing you, I would suggest that you check some of the other ones because Sun, Moon, Rising, but generally it's a collective read and there are like key notes of what you can expect. Let's call them highlights, all right? So it would be to your benefit to watch the video to the end to see if there are messages for you. I do appreciate any thumbs up and subscribes if you're willing to do so for future notifications. I just wanted to say that I appreciate you all and I am grateful. Now I went ahead and I have pre-shuffled a couple of the energy cards just to set the tone. We got the Healer, and this is, I actually dreamt of this last night. So I was not surprised, as I often dream of some of the images and the energies that I'm going to be working with. Now's the time in your life, especially if you connect with nature and everything like that, you may be getting out there and seeing snakes and, transformative periods, new beginnings, endings, new beginnings. It's that type of energy, but this is the Healer. So a lot of people have been focusing on their mind, body, and spirit. There has been a lot of heavy energy and there's been a lot of endings. There's been a lot of opportunities. People aren't really sure what's real, what's, got that solid foundation. So they're going inward. Some of you are experiencing shifts in your life. Some of you are feeling like there may have been a time shift and things don't feel really solid or real. We have multiple timelines collapsing into each other right now. But in order to progress this message forward, we're going to skip that energy and we're going to talk about the Healer. So if you notice, the Healer has 3 heads: mind, body, and spirit. So, or soul. So right now it's screaming for connection. It's screaming for transformation. It's screaming for new beginnings and endings. And some of you may be seeing things along the lines of repetitive themes with the Saturn energy and the Aries energy. I'm going to touch on this really quick. This isn't all signs. I will get into this if I get the chance. I will get into this with a later, but we've got Big Daddy Saturn, right? And we got Aries, we got Uranus, we got Pluto, we've got all these energies, Mercury working together. Right now, what is transpiring with these energies is boundaries. But you've got people testing the boundaries. You've got that energy about how far it can go. I've been seeing a repetitive theme with relationships. I'm seeing something that you have the traditional relationship, and then you're seeing things along the lines of, what is it called? Like poly something other. Relationships where it's, more than one couple or, same sex. You've got all different types of relationships. Well, I see if there are people out there that think that is going to go away and we're going to go back to the Judeo-Christian man and woman type relationships, you would be incorrect. We have a lot of old things crashing and burning right now. We have a lot of old structures crashing and burning right now. And it's calling and it's screaming for healing at the same time. Things will be reestablished. There will be different types of energies. But right now we are in a test the boundary. If you've ever seen a diamond before it is polished, you know, you should look it up. But right now, we're not really polished, but we will be. It's like the 3 E's. I'll get into that later in another video as well with your experience, expectations, and your expressions. We'll get into that. But right now, we're just going to keep things simple. So that is the energy that we are in currently or will be going into, is keeping things simple, because we are in the healer energy. So we have a lot of illusions, a lot of distractions, a lot of endings, a lot of uncertainties, opportunities that you're not really sure about, or repeat patterns that keep popping up. So it's a really busy time right now, really busy time. And people are wanting to disconnect from that and bring it back. So you see people taking a step back and simplifying their lives. I feel a lot of, depending upon, where you're at, what houses and everything else you're in, you will find that people right now are pushing back. They're not getting involved, or they're not, they're trying to break away from the doomsday scrolling, and they are filling their lives with other things. And that would be the healer energy that we've got going on right now, because your mind, body, and spirit is out of alignment and it's screaming for alignment. You've got that inner standing that needs to be taken care of. So right now we're in a year of 9. We're in a year of endings. And right now things, you are in the process, because things are so busy or so chaotic, or there has been a big transition in your life, or another transition. It might not be the biggest transition, but yet it was another transition. Some of you are shedding that skin. The snake has to shed its skin, or else it's going to die. So it's the same thing with us. We're constantly learning, we're constantly transforming, and that's the type of energy that I'm getting right now. But we are in the same token, in the same breath, keeping it simple, because right now things have been complex, and a lot of old structures, a lot of old ideology, institutions are falling away. So let's go ahead and get some tarot messages and see where we are heading. Okay, we had a couple fall, and if you know me by now. Okay, so we're going to start with, some of you are coming out of a 5 of Swords type energy. Why do I say coming out? Because I feel that, there has been conflict. There has been things that have challenged you, or situations in your life that is asking you to move forward, to have movement at all. And there has been the need for courage to move forward. There's been the need to transform. So there's been situations going on in your life right now that may feel chaotic, or you may feel, even be in the feelings of having to make decisions, but you don't know what the decision is yet. It's that energy that's coming in. It's that energy that's coming in towards you, but it's asking you to have courage. It's asking you to explore, test the boundaries if you need to. Test the boundaries if you need to, but it's asking you to move. It's asking you, and I don't mean physically move location. Some of you may have already done that. Some of you may be moving into different, households, relationships, family situations. But for those of you who have been stagnant and scared to make a change in your life. Let's just say employment. And this is just hypothetical. But let's just say employment, and there are opportunities presented, but you are comfortable where you're at, yet you're doing it to survive. You're not doing it because it's something you're passionate about or you love, or maybe it used to be and it's no longer doing it. It's no longer filling your cup. We've got the Five of Swords asking you to have courage, and that movement is required. Now that is paired with the Princess of Wands, the Page of Wands. So what this is begging for, once again, it's movement, it's transformation, it's a change, it's a new perspective. It's asking for the opportunity. It's asking for the new perspective. And I do see like a line of sight is what I'm seeing, is that there's something that's coming that's going to put an opportunity in front of you. All right. So we have the Mother of Wands. Okay. So the Mother of Wands is, once again, it's calling for to be courageous, to be bold, to move forward. So I'm getting a lot of the energy with these, off of these, as movement. So some of you, whoever this reading is pertaining to, has been in a stagnant situation for a while, or has not been able to tap in and access that healer energy, because you really haven't made any substantial changes or substantial decisions, or you are in a repeat. Some of you could be, they're showing me the flight or fauna, the freeze, I'm seeing the frozen, the fear of not, of the unknown. And some of you want written guarantees, or some of you may be operating in a victim mentality, which is limiting your exploration. If you were hurt in a relationship really bad, if you were hurt in a relationship, a past relationship, you may be seeing, there may be an opportunity that's coming your way that will have subtle hints of something that you've already experienced. Now, if you fail to recognize these subtle hints and don't walk away from it, you will repeat whatever that lesson was. And there will be no movement. Because until you master that, you're stuck, you're stagnant, you're in that type of energy. So we have here the Five of Wands. Some of you may be listening to others. There could be competition, there could be strife, it may be that you just don't want the adversity that comes from being in a competitive market, or it could be in a relationship where you feel like you have to compete. It could be, I'm just getting the competition, the competitive nature of that. It could be something competitive that maybe it's sales quotas, because they're kind of showing me like you have to meet a certain quota, and then you have to exceed that quota. It's how your productivity is measured. But I'm seeing that's competition. I'm also seeing for some of you, there could be some backstabbing going on. Adversity, I just see a lot of whispering in the ear, water cooler talk. You might want to stay away from that. A little bit of the drama. You might want to, once again, keep things simple and back away from any distractions or illusions or gossip at the water cooler. So we have the Father of Cups. The Father of Cups, he's learned to manage his emotions, and he knows about the ebb and flow, and he knows about the storms and how to navigate his way through. For some of you, I do see that. I do see, you know, that the work needs to be done, that there's a lot of movement. It's going to be a little bit of a busy time, so I could see where that healer energy is coming in and trying to keep things simple, not overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. You don't have to overcomplicate anything. You don't have to get involved in drama. No should be your best friend. It should be one of your favorite sentences. No. And it ends with a period. You don't owe anybody an explanation on anything. So if there is something that is asked of you that you do not feel comfortable sharing or doing, just say no. I mean, you could say thank you to be polite, no thank you, and, you know, things of that nature. But what I'm saying is I'm seeing the healer energy needs to be movement. There needs to be exploration, but in the same sense, it's keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate situations. And here we are, you know, over 16 minutes in this for me to get that message. Keep it simple. There needs to be movement. The healer energy in this particular case for mind, body, and spirit is movement. You're heading towards joy. That is your objective. You're heading towards joy. But right now, some of you are really stagnant. I feel really stuck energy. I feel victim mentality energy for some of you. For some of you, you just completed one transition, and damn, there's going to be another one on your plate. So it's movement. Once again, the snake needs to shed its skin to live. It's transformation after transformation after transformation. There's pause, there's breath, but then it keeps moving, and we keep moving. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here because I just keep seeing the snake eating its tail, and we're all part of that. But right now, the healer energy that I am picking up that's needed at this time is movement. And to keep it simple, don't overcomplicate. Find the courage to move. Stay away from the drama. Learn to manage your emotions, self-control, self-contained. We've got opportunities that are coming your way. You know something I just noticed? We have the King and the Queen. So some of you could be in the process of coming out of a stagnant relationship. For some of you, I see a divorce. For some of you, I see a wedding. For some of you, you know, there's different phases of your life. So this is an all signs read, but it's also a collective energy read. So it's not going to fit, my message isn't going to fit to one particular person, but to groups. So, you know, keep it simple, drama free, but the main message here is movement. You have to keep moving. You cannot hide forever. You cannot hide forever. You cannot keep that victim mentality forever. You need to forgive, release, and let go and move on. And they keep showing me the snake, people. They keep showing me the fact that you need to keep movement going. And just know that you are keeping things simple, but your objective is joy. You know, the abundance, the pleasure center, to be exact. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here, and we'll see where it leads on our next message, where we go from here. So thank you very much.